Paris, 1944. Nazi banners drape the streets, and inside a glamorous cinema, the Third Reich's most powerful leaders are gathering for what is meant to be a triumphant propaganda premiere, and unknowingly, their own funeral. Among the tuxedos and ball gowns walk three supposed Italian filmmakers, dressed to impress, but carrying a far deadlier agenda. These are Aldo Rain, Donny Donowitz, and Omar Ulmer, members of the Inglorious Basterds, on a mission to end the war by killing Hitler and the entire Nazi high command in one fell swoop. It's a suicide mission dressed in silk, and between them and their target stands Hans Landa, the SS colonel nicknamed the Jew Hunter, infamous for his unnerving charm, linguistic brilliance, and predatory intelligence. See, this is the man who spent the entire film effortlessly dismantling people with polite smiles and casual cruelty. If anyone is going to see through their cover, it's him, and he does.
Dies hier ist der hervorragende Sensationsdarsteller Enzo Gorlomi. Ein sehr talentierter Kameramann, Antonio Margheriti, und Antonios Kameraassistent Dominique De Cocco. Signori, questo è un vecchio amico mio, colonnello Hans Landa della SS.
Buongiorno.
Signori, è un piacere. Gli amici della vedetta ammirata da tutti noi, questa gemma propria della nostra cultura, saranno naturalmente accolti sotto la mia protezione per la durata del loro soggiorno.
Grazie.
Gorlomi? Lo pronuncio correttamente?
Sì, corretto.
Gorlomi? Per cortesia, me lo ripeti ancora.
Gorlami.
Mi scusi, con me?
Gorlami.
Ancora una volta.
Gorlami.
E come si chiama lei?
Antonio Margareti.
Ancora?
Margareti.
Un'altra volta, ma adesso vorrei proprio sentire la musica delle parole.
Margareti.
Margheriti. E lei?
Dominic De Cocco.
Come?
Dominic De Cocco.
Bravo, bravo.
The moment they speak, Landa knows they're not Italians. He knows they're enemies, and yet he lets them pass. This is the paradox at the heart of this scene. Not that the bastards fooled Landa, but that Landa was never trying to stop them at all. And to understand the brilliance of this moment, we need to break it into two questions. First of all, how did Landa know they were faking? And second, why on earth did he let them go? So let's start with the obvious. The acting of these three supposed Italian is terrible, because the bastards are many things. Brave, ruthless, and determined, but they're not subtle. Their attempt at passing for Italians look like bad community theater. They fumble over their names, gesture too broadly, and speak with hesitant, broken accents. To a man like Landa, a trained investigator and master manipulator, this performance is not just unconvincing, it is insulting. See, he spent the entire film reading people like books, deciphering lies from a flicker of hesitation, squeezing secrets out of terrified victims with effortless charm. From a directing standpoint, having Landa fail to see through their act would completely undermine a core aspect of his character. And most importantly, Landa speaks fluent Italian. This matters because when he casually switches into Italian and has them repeat their names, he is not asking a question, he's performing a test he knows they will fail.
Signori, è un piacere. Gli amici della vedetta ammirata da tutti noi, questa gemma propria della nostra cultura, saranno naturalmente accolti sotto la mia protezione per la durata del loro soggiorno. Gorlomi? Per cortesia, me lo ripeti ancora.
Gorlami.
Mi scusi, con me?
Gorlami.
Ancora una volta.
Gorlami.
E come si chiama lei?
Antonio Margareti.
Ancora?
Margareti.
Un'altra volta, ma adesso vorrei proprio sentire la musica delle parole.
Margareti.
Margheriti. E lei?
Dominic De Cocco.
Come?
Dominic De Cocco.
Bravo, bravo.
Their accents are atrocious. their pronunciation is unnatural, and their vocabulary is shallow and forced. To everyone else, it is a glamorous red carpet moment, but to Landa, it's like hearing nails on a chalkboard. But there's more. Landa was not walking into this scene blind. He was already suspicious. Remember, before this scene, Landa had already uncovered Bridget von Hammersmark's betrayal, finding her high heel at the tavern shootout, along with a napkin signed by the Bastards. So when the three supposed Italian filmmakers arrive at the premiere, escorted by Bridget herself, the woman he secretly knows is a traitor, he instantly connects them to her conspiracy. They think they're slipping past him, but in his mind, they've already exposed themselves the moment they walked in with her. This is the real genius of Landa. He does not need confessions, he wants reactions. The joy for him is not in exposing the lie, it's in watching them realize he already knows. So in this scene, when he smiles and theatrically repeats their fake names, what we're watching is not confusion, it's predation. A cat toying with three very nervous mice. But here's the real twist. Landa does not want to stop them. And that leads us to the second question. Why did Landa let them go? To understand this, we first have to understand what Hans Landa actually wants. From the very beginning of the film, Tarantino frames Landa not as an ideologue, but as a careerist. He's not driven by Nazi beliefs, he's driven by self-preservation and personal ambition. Where other Nazis shout about racial purity, Landa smiles about efficiency. He treats genocide like a job description, not a calling. And by 1944, the war is crumbling. The Allies are closing in. Hitler is desperate. Landa is too smart to not see what's coming. This is where his real genius emerges. He realizes that this plot to kill Hitler is more than a threat, it is more like an opportunity. Because if the bastards succeed, the Nazi high command will be gone in a single night, and who will be the only man left standing at the center of it? Hans Landa. So he makes a decision. Instead of exposing the plot, he will let it happen, and then flip sides at the exact moment of impact. We see this play out immediately after this scene. He calls Aldo and Judovich to a private meeting, arrests them, and calmly reveals he's already been negotiating with the American OSS. He demands immunity, wealth, land, and even public recognition as the man who ended the war. That moment proves this was not improvisation. This was a premeditated betrayal. In his mind, he's not betraying the Reich, he's surviving it, and survival, to Landa, is the only ideology that matters. So when he watches the bastards walk away in their ridiculous costumes, he is not being tricked. He's letting them deliver him the bargaining chip he needs to escape the collapsing Reich and reinvent himself as a hero in America. And this is why this scene is a brilliant piece of writing. On the surface, it plays like comic relief, the tense war thriller suddenly turning into an awkward farce as three Americans butcher the Italian language. The audience laughs at their fumbling, assuming they've gotten away with it. But beneath the laughter, something colder is happening. Hans Landa is not being fooled. He is directing the scene. He lets them think they've passed his test, all while secretly orchestrating the downfall of the Nazi elite and his own clean exit from history. While they sneak past him, he is in complete control, smiling, plotting, already halfway to his beach house in America. And that's the true brilliance of this villain. He does not fight to win. He waits, watches, and rewrites the ending in his favor. So when people say that the bastards fooled him, they're missing the point. No one fools Hans Landa. He simply lets them win because he thinks it means he can win bigger.